Hey everyone, David here. Wanted to do another video on how to make Chinese barbecue. I'm not Chinese, so y'all know I'm actually Vietnamese, but it's a common dish that is served in Vietnam as well. It's not keto friendly. However, I am breaking my keto diet because I got I've been really craving this meal. So let's get started. So to start off with the marinade, I have 1/3 cup of honey in this bowl. I've actually taken it and placed it in the microwave to heat it up so it kind of dissolves a lot easier. To this, I am adding 1/3 cup of ketchup. Half a cup of soy sauce. One-third cup, or excuse me, 1/4 cup of Chinese rice wine, and in it is red because Chinese barbecue has a reddish tint to it. I did add 1 tablespoon of concentrated, or excuse me, half a tablespoon of concentrated food dye. I just used the food dye that is used in cake decorating. And that'll give you the red hue that the Chinese barbecue typically looks like. I'm also adding 2 tablespoons of hoisin sauce, which is placed on top of 1/3 cup of brown sugar and 1 teaspoon of Chinese 5-spice seasoning. And all that's gonna go in there. Stir until everything's incorporated. So yeah, just like that. You kind of see that it's got the red hue on the back of this spoon. Kind of looks like fake blood, but it is the traditional barbecue, Chinese barbecue marinade. And what I'm going to do is take half of this and reserve it in a pot, and then the other half I'm going to marinate my Boston butt shoulder steaks in it. That is also known as working man's chop or a shoulder chop. But it's actually my favorite cut of meat because it's very well marbleized. That's got plenty of fat in it and also good meat. But yes, to marinate, you could either put them in this bowl. I actually like to put it in a Ziploc bag, and we are going to marinate it for an hour. All right, now that the Boston butt steaks have been marinating in the Chinese barbecue marinade, it's time to put them on a rack and place them in the oven. Oven is preheated at 375. And got this wonderful red iconic color for the shoulder steaks. It's on an aluminum baking pan with parchment paper and then the rack. Let me grab the other steaks as well. I'm going to leave the marinade on these steaks. I'm not going to wipe it off or anything like that because what will happen is it's going to have some really nice caramelization from the brown sugar and the honey that is in the marinade. That one actually could probably use some marinade right there. And we're going to place this in the oven at 375 for about 25 minutes. And in the meantime, the marinade that we reserved, I'm actually going to add what's left in this bag back into the small saucepan and reduce it by half and make a nice sticky glaze with it. But yeah, let's place this in the oven. So in a small saucepan, the half of the reserved marinade from marinating the pork, I'm going to bring this up to a simmer, and I'm also going to pour in the rest of the marinade from the bags. There's no sense of wasting it. Normally you don't reuse the marinade that you marinate raw meat with. However, because I'm heating it up, it's not going to be a food safety issue. As you can see, still has that fake blood color. And if you don't want to use the dye, food coloring dye is perfectly okay. You can also use, if you want the color, you can use beetroot powder, but I'm not too worried about the red dye. Like I said, it's food coloring, and the one that I use is used for cake icing. But I'm going to reduce this by half, basically till it gets sticky, and get it ready for the steaks and glaze the steaks with this sauce. Okay, now that the shoulder steaks have been roasting in the oven for about 25 minutes, I'm actually going to open it up, baste it, and flip them over as well. Got the sauce or the marinade thickened up, which is now a sauce, and yeah. Got these beautiful, nice red coloring, which is iconic for the Chinese barbecue. And I am going to put this sauce and baste them. Yeah, so now they're all basted, and push it back in the oven and continue roasting it for about another 15 minutes. All right, now that everything is out of the oven, I let it rest for about 5 minutes, and now we're going to slice it up. So this one has a bone right here. And I like to eat this with just some plain white rice, which I have here. So yeah, there is Chinese barbecue. Really simple dish, but packed full of flavor. Not only with my pork, but the Chinese barbecue sauce. Yeah. If you like what you see, feel free to subscribe. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them below. Talk to y'all later. Bye.